So I absolutely love being a mom. I am so grateful for this blessing. But I also know that being a mom, even though it's completely joyful and I truly believe there's no greater blessing than being able to be a mom, I also know how stressful and sometimes frustrating it can be. So I wanted to share with you guys a few of my tried and true mom hacks. I am a stay-at-home mom to 3 kids, ages 8, 6, and 4. So I'm definitely not like a veteran mom, and I'm not a mom of several children. But I am a stay-at-home mom, and I do know how it can be kind of crazy and chaotic sometimes, especially when, there's certain things like trying to get out the door and trying to remember all these things. And so these are just some things that have worked really, really well for me over my years of being a mom. If you are new here, my name is Jessie Fearon, and I share my family's real life on a budget on my blog at jessiefearon.com and through all of my social media channels. And along with that, I have shared my family's 100% debt-free journey, meaning that yes, we live in a paid-for home, and we have absolutely no debts at all. So let's get into what my tried and true mom hacks are. And since it's summertime here in Georgia, I wanted to share with you my biggest summertime tip that I have. So being in Georgia, it gets like severely hot here, right? And so going to a body of water, whether that's a lake, a pool, the beach, something like that is just like common practice here in the South. And so, but I have learned it throughout the years that it can sometimes be really, really hard to like get ready to go to a pool play date or to go to the lake, or even when we were at the beach. Sometimes it can be kind of crazy and chaotic because I'm like spending all this time searching for certain things. And so I have come up with what I call our water bag. So this bag I got at Walmart several years ago. I paid, I think, like $15 for it. But what I love about it is that it is a mesh bag, so it can get wet. And so even if it gets like full of sand or dirt or anything else, I can literally, as soon as we get home, I can just hose it off and hang it up to dry, and it does really, really well. So I keep this bag ready at all times. And what I include in this bag are, I keep beach towels for each one of my family members. And as you see here, I have them rolled up. It just makes storing them in this bag a lot easier. So I have 5 beach towels that stay in this bag all year long. So this is kind of another mom hack for you, is that as soon as you come home from the lake or the pool or the beach or whatever, I throw these towels immediately in the wash machine. I wash them, I dry them, and I immediately put them back in here, because I have just learned that if I don't do it as soon as we get home, then these don't get done. And then I find myself the next week, going to the lake or going to a pool play date and not having the towels, not knowing where anything is because I didn't put it back. So as soon as I get home, I wash, dry, and put these towels back in here. And like I said, if the bag itself has gotten sand or dirty, I will hose it down with the hose and I'll hang it up outside to dry. This bag usually takes like not even an hour to dry in the direct sun. So, and the same with if it just happens to get wet, I just hang it up to let it dry. And then once it's fully dry, I pack everything back inside of it. So, but these are the other things that I keep in this bag. So I keep a thing of sunblock. I know. So many people are going to probably forget because they see that this is a spray bottle of sunblock. Don't judge. I also have lotion sunblock too that I keep in my car all year long. I typically keep the spray one in my beach bag just because I have learned that it can sometimes just be a lot easier and quicker to spray my kids down at the pool and to let them dry really fast before they go running off and jumping into the pool or into the lake. But I do keep a bottle of sunblock in my car that I use for when we go to the park or we just happen to be out and about and it's just a really hot sunny day and I failed to put sunblock on my kids at home. I have it in my car. But I do keep a thing of sunblock, at least one, if not several. And before, and so usually like at Easter, like Easter is like my signal. So at Easter, I will usually go through this bag and clean anything out that needs to be cleaned out. And I will check any sunblock that is still in the bag to see if it's like, if it's still good, it's not expired, and if it's actually full. Because if not, I will make sure that I go and buy some sunblock to keep in this bag. The other thing I keep in this bag is just a little, this is just like a little cosmetic bag that I keep a brush, some lip balm, and then it has some hair ties in here. I have 2 boys and a girl, and then of course for myself, it's just nice, especially for my girl, to have this brush, which this brush is fantastic. If you have never heard of a wet brush, these things are awesome. We have the big ones here at my house for me and my daughter because it's a detangling brush, and you can brush your hair literally while it's wet, which works really, really well for chlorine hair. And so, like I said, I just have lip balm, I have some hair ties, and I have the hairbrush in here. And then a lot of times, if we are at the pool, and then a lot of times if we're at the pool and I need money or anything like that, I will actually put it in this bag in here. Instead of bringing my full big wallet, I will just put the money or whatever else I need inside of this bag. And then of course it just stays down in here. So the other thing that I usually keep inside here is my sunglass cases. Now my sunglasses stay inside of my car. Like I have the little thingy that you can just stick the sunglasses in. And so that's where my sunglasses stay all the time. I just keep them in my car. Then that way I don't have to go hunting for them whenever we have to go somewhere. But I do keep my actual sunglass case inside of this bag because then that way, one, I'm not hunting down the sunglasses case, but two, when I get out of my car and we're going to the lake or we're going to the beach or the pool, I can stick my sunglasses inside here. And because this is a hard case, my sunglasses won't get crushed, they won't get stepped on, and they also won't get lost. And then like I said, this just stays in the bag. So those are the things that I keep in this bag at all times. Of course, when we're going to the beach, or to the lake or to the pool, there's other things that maybe I will throw in here, like snacks and stuff like that. But just on a daily, like yearly basis, this bag stays in my laundry room, ready to go. So all I have to do is grab it from my laundry room. I can throw in anything else that I need to, and then we throw it in the car and off we go. So I don't have to think about it. I don't have to do a lot of planning. This is awesome. I will say back when I had like little infants, I used to keep swim diapers with the swim pants in here. I just kept them in like a zipper pouch bag. And I would keep like the little sun hat for my little infants in this bag as well. Just because obviously anything that we typically use for water, I keep in here. And so that is what I keep in my water bag. So my other awesome mom hack is for the car. So I do not like a dirty car. I don't like a dirty house. I don't like a dirty car. My car, I'll tell you, it's not the cleanest thing in the world. It's not even to my clean standards, but I always am asked how I keep my car clean because I don't have a lot of food on my car's floor. Like I don't have any of that stuff going on. And my secret to that is what's inside this little fancy smancy little bag. So if you have never heard of these things, I'm going to link to this in the description of this video so you can check it out for yourself. Is a car vacuum. As you see, it plugs right into your car. And this cord is long enough. I drive a 2001 Toyota Sequoia, so it's not a small vehicle, but I can literally reach front to back with this only plugged in at the front. Now I do have other little plug-in places throughout my car, so I will usually plug it in and move it around just so I have more slack, but it will reach from the very front of my car to the back of my car. Now, I will tell you, this is not going to detail your car, okay? This is not a vacuum that you want to use to detail your car. It's simply not that powerful. But this is a great vacuum to have to clean up all the little messes that happen throughout the week. So like if you're going on a road trip, this is perfect because then you can clean up any little food messes, anything like that. And what's also great about this vacuum cleaner, this particular one, is that it's a wet and dry vac. So it will suck up wet messes as well. And so, like I said, picks up like all the little food stuff. It's not going to pick up humongous things. It's not going to pick up a full chicken nugget or anything, but like it will pick up all the little crummies and grody stuff so you can clean off your seats and stuff. I bought this thing last year for when my family, we go every year to Tybee Island, Georgia. And one of the things that drives me absolutely bananas is all of the sand that happens in my car. It drives me crazy because it's like you spend the whole week at the beach with a sandy car. And there's some times that you're not going to the beach, right? You're going to maybe out to eat or something. And you don't want to just have a bunch of sand in your car. But this thing is fantastic because as soon as we come back from the beach, I just go out into my car, I suck up all the sand, and then I don't have to worry about a bunch of sand continuously for the entire week in my car. It's fantastic. And within this little bag, there's also all sorts of little attachments that come with this vacuum cleaner as well. And like I said, it has this little bag, so it keeps everything all together. And I literally just stick this under my front seat. So it's out of sight, out of mind. And then I just use it whenever I need to. Again, it's not gonna detail your car, but it's a great way of keeping your car clean on a continual basis, because I will actually, back whenever we had things like, going to school right before the COVID-19 showed up, I would once a week in the carpool line while I was waiting to pick up my daughter from preschool, I would just take this thing out and I would literally just kind of go throughout my car and just kind of clean up all the little crummies and all the little mess from the week. And it just keeps my car a whole lot cleaner, and just makes me a little bit happier. All right, so these next 3 little hacks I'm gonna give you are not entirely just mom hacks, they're more like life hacks. And these are just ways of keeping yourself organized and keeping your sanity. And so the first one I'm gonna talk about is taxes. Okay, so at the start of every single year, I get out a new file folder and I write the current year on it, taxes. So then what I do is that throughout the year, as we have tax related expenses or tax related documents come in, I will just stick them inside of this folder. And so then that way come tax time for the next year, I don't have to go hunting and finding anything. I can literally find it in here. And for those that prefer like an electronic method, which I do as well, I still like I will periodically go through and scan in all of this stuff so it's already scanned in. Now this is the accountant in me. I am a former accountant in another lifetime. I still keep paper copies and the electronic copies just because I like to just have it all, because dealing with the IRS is not fun, right? It's not. But I do still scan this stuff in. So I will usually scan this stuff in about once a quarter. So, do what works best for you. But this is just sort of the little hack that I have. It's kind of like a life hack. And sorry, there is a fly in my house and it's driving me bananas. I cannot kill this stupid thing. Somewhere in the South, right? But anyways, so this is just a great way of keeping yourself kind of organized throughout the year so you're not stressed and frantic come tax time the next year. And speaking of money, I have kept a budget binder for several years now. And within this budget binder, not only do I track my budget and our spending in this binder, I also put in our monthly bills. Like I will literally, if we've received the bill electronically, I actually print it off and I write down the information of like how I paid the bill, paid it online, how much, day, everything. And I hole punch it and I stick it in here. And part of the reason I do this is because I mean, just being an adult as long as I've been, I've lived on my own since I was 18. And I have discovered many times before that there are times that, a company will be like, oh, you didn't pay a bill. Somebody will have lost a payment somewhere. And it's great because I have all that information right here. So I can contact the company and be like, I paid the bill on XYZ. This is the amount. This is the tracking number, or this is the check number, or this is the whatever, this is the authorization code, whatever it is that I needed to pay that bill with. I have all that information right here. So then that way I can make sure that they can either track where I paid it at, or we can somehow figure out something else, because I'm not going to pay a bill twice. Call me crazy. That's just how I work. So I do have a full blog post where I go through everything that's inside of this binder. So if you're interested in that, click on the link in the description of this video and it will go through everything that's in this binder, because I do have this binder organized by, I do have it organized by the month of the year. So all I do is that whatever month it was that I was paying those bills in, it goes within, it goes behind that tab along with our budget, and then I print out our spending tracking as well. So I just kind of keep up with everything within here. Pretty much anything financial related goes in here, which works really well because it's also helpful for my husband, for him to have a central location of just everything and anything that's related to our household money. He knows where to find it. So if there's something happened to me, he can go right here and figure out everything I've paid, what hasn't been paid, all of that. It's right here. The next hack I have for you is one that I learned a long time ago from a friend of mine, an old coworker, and it's fantastic, guys. It will make your life so much easier. Okay, so all this is just an accordion file. This is a little bit nicer of an accordion file. I will link to this specific one from Amazon in the description of this video. But inside this accordion file, as you see, it's a pretty big file. Let's see if I can get it to show up on the camera. So as you can see, I have all sorts of things. I have like our mower, the TV, I have a camera, our boat, which is our boat motor, any information, warranty information, extra cords, like literally I have my fancy smancy camera, I have the extra cord in here. I have all sorts of stuff that I keep that goes to our electronics, anything that we have that has a warranty or an owner's manual with it. It all goes inside of this accordion file. What's awesome about this is that if, say, my stand mixer all of a sudden breaks and I need to contact KitchenAid and I need my warranty information or I need whatever, I go right here and I can pull it all out. Or if, say, my printer, say that the cable that we currently have for it starts breaking or whatever, I can go in here and pull out the extra cable that we have for it. So I don't have to worry about it. Or if I start having issues with my washing machine, I just go in here, pull out the owner's manual, and I can troubleshoot it and figure out what the specific problem is or what the code that my washing machine is throwing, what it actually means, and all of that jazz. I just have everything here so I can quickly and easily find it and reference it. And I'm not hunting around trying to figure out where it is, or I don't have a bunch of like strange cords and cables and all sorts of things just kind of floating around my house and nobody knows what it goes to. Everything's in here and we all know what it goes to. And it just makes finding those things and keeping it organized and knowing what stuff is supposed to be a lot easier. Okay, so those are just a few of the mom hacks that I have for you. Well, mom and I guess sort of life hacks. But let me know if you want to see more sort of life mom hacks and anything else that you want to see us, maybe how it is that we structure our day, how we get our kids to do their chores, anything that you want to see, let me know in the comment of this video. And again, in the description of this video, I've linked all the things that I have here that I've used and that I love. They are all linked in the description of the blah, 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 in the description of this video so you can find them.